This episode of Trim the Fat is brought to you by the Lot Team, Memphis real estate powerhouse. Carol and Amanda Lott with Cry Like Realtors bring a wealth of knowledge and a track record of getting contracts to the table. Buying or selling, they're your go-to guides in the world of Memphis real estate. Visit thelotteam.com. That's TheLottteam.com to connect with the Lot Team. Or you can text Amanda at 901-461-9246 or Carol at 901-461-4869 and let them turn your real estate dreams into a reality. When it comes to your home, experience matters. The Lot Team, where expertise meets hometown hospitality. Hey, and welcome to Trim the Fat, a podcast designed and created to help us on our emotional, our spiritual, and our physical journey. We want to talk about some of our fears and our anxieties and traumas that have kept us stuck in the past. I want to talk about things that help us live our best life. My name is Dr. Rhonda Garner. I'm a mom, I'm a pharmacist, and a friend, and I have a friend of mine who I've met in pharmacy who's doing big things here in Memphis, Steve Brown. Glad to have you. Want to tell our listeners something about yourself? Introduce yourself.
All right, and I'm glad to be here as well. My name is Steve Brown of Steve Brown Productions. A lot of people in the city know me from stage plays, short films, and events, but my heart is stage plays. Mm-hmm. That's where I started it, and now I'm doing other things, like theme events and still doing little short films.
And you do like parties and comedy shows.
Parties and comedy shows, yeah.
Yeah, don't dump we're not dimming the light.
Yeah. Well, that's an event. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just get a name of it in the beginning of it. We're gonna get it.
We're gonna talk about it at the end.
But she's right though. We have the comedy show.
Come to some shows. We'll talk about it and we'll share. I'll be glad to share. I know I haven't made it in the last year or so. I haven't made it to anything. A lot of stuff be going on, but I will. I support you. I share. I tell people. So I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad you're here. Just talking about some of your plays and some of the things that you've done, and just having the confidence, the wherewithal, the overcoming the fears to do some of the things. There's a lot of people that want to do things like this, and you put yourself out there. Can you talk about some of the things that have shaped you and molded you to just be so courageous and go after these type of things?
The main thing, that keeps me going and just not afraid of the word no, is life. I mean, life has a expiration date on it. So I feel like, I want to get everything I can get out, especially telling true stories. All of my productions are true stories. Like none of them are made up. It's true stories. Just telling my stories, but also, knowing that it can help and change people as well. Even though my stage plays are kind of, what's the word I'm going to say?
Not politically correct?
Yeah, not politically correct. But
some of them are, though.
Some of them are. I think all of them are. It's just how you take it. But just knowing that I got a great storyline and things that people can relate to, that's why I just keep going. So I've never, in this one, and doing plays, I've never been nervous.
That's really?
Never been nervous.
Well, that's one thing I know and I remember about you. When we first met, it's like we've known each other for 20, 30 years. You're so relatable. You're so funny, and like you just roll with the punches. That's one thing I know I remember. Like, okay, we rolling with, but what we doing today? It could be just me and you.
Man, we had a great time.
We did.
Man, we had a great time.
So that's what makes you're relatable. So like when you do your plays and you really telling your story. What's one of the most, I guess, true stories that you've told about that's like depicting the man you are, or some of the things that you...
The Work Husband. I did a play called The Work Husband, which it really made a lot of airwaves, I must say. It's like over 1,000 people came to see that production. And it was about me, The Work Husband, it dealt with, cheating and things in that matter. And one thing about me, I'm going to tell my part, too. I ain't going to just tell on there. I'm going to tell my part, too. And that's exactly what I did, to let people know that, we all make mistakes. We all do things. And I was young, too. So,
no, that's what I'm saying. Because we're not condoning that. Because we learn, we go through stuff.
I don't know if 30 was young, but
we make mistakes. We make bad choices. We were supposed to grow from it. So, I think therapy, like a lot of people do therapy through the things that they want to do. Like you do your plays, you do your writing. Writing is a therapy and getting that out.
We talked about that when I first met you. Writing is definitely one of my therapies. It's matter of fact, it is my therapy.
But to be so bold and to share it with people.
I don't be scared because I feel like I'm not the only one, that have been through those things, and a lot of people ask me like, bro, how can you tell on yourself? Hey, it's life, we get older, we grow. I'm 40 years old now. So, I was 35 and I made that play, 34, but, I really had no problem telling my business. Yeah. Because when you sign up for what I do, it's just part of the game.
I see. I see. But no, it's like you do it so openly and freely. And then people they gravitate towards that. And I don't judge, but there's a lot of people that do judge. They will judge. So for you, how do you maneuver or navigate that? Especially, I'm not talking about women, men. Because men can sometimes be like, okay, I don't want this person around, or things like that, or try to shut stuff down, or, just make negative.
I had that problem. After the work husband, a woman came up to me and told me that her husband actually wanted her to quit her job because she worked at the job with me. And I was like, come on, man, this is a storyline. This is, it's a storyline. Like everything's not 100% true in it. But it did cause a lot of ruckus between, I'm going to say insecure men. Okay. I'm going to say that, it is what it is. I mean, that's what it was. Yeah. But, it wasn't difficult because if you're around me, that I'm an open book. I don't tell everything. I try to keep, relationship things personal. Sometimes that don't go well. That don't go like it's planned too. That's okay. But things happen.
Yeah, but like you said, going back to what you said, some of the things you do help other people. So in doing that, it's a reward for you. So what's been your biggest driving force to get you to keep going?
Life, going through things in life. I think we all go through things really every day. I mean, it's going to be something that affects us in some type of way. It might affect us for a second, a minute, an hour, some days, but we all go through something. I can write 1 million productions because I go through stuff all the time, just in the industry, period. I can write a whole production about that. But life, and just putting out the stories that need to be seen and be heard, because my productions is going to show you a great well ending as well. Okay. So it's not just going to be
comeback kid.
Yeah, comeback kid. Just like when I got sick. You know what I'm saying? And I came back and wrote a story, and I was like, whew, I'm bounced back. I got another story to tell.
Do you feel comfortable talking about that when you got sick?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
What happened?
They said it was a severe asthma attack. I don't know. I didn't know I asthma attack had in the hospital for 3 months. I ain't never had that. And I haven't had an asthma attack in over 15 years until then. And I was in the hospital, like I said, about 3 months. They incubate, what you call it? They put you to sleep and everything. I was that probably about 2.5 weeks. Got real skinny. And I don't like to be skinny. I've always been a big guy. I like meat on bones. So, I didn't recognize myself when I woke up. But it was very, 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 very traumatic because I was having withdrawals when I came home. A lot of people don't know that. Like when I came home, I was still all the medication they putting you on while I was seeing things. I had to go see a psychiatrist, and everything. Like I didn't get back to really working in a whole year. It took me a year to bounce back. Physically it took me a year to bounce back. But so when I got back, I got back up and at it. Still have complications with my lungs from it as far as like singing and things like that. from the tool being in me, but I'm taking, classes on that too.
What have you done differently since then? So like you said, it was a health thing, something you hadn't went through in a long time. Because, we want to be emotionally fit, but we also want to be good. So you said life, we want to stay around and do some things. But what's some things you changed after that traumatic?
Oh, man, life waits on nobody, man. Like, that made me really go, when I bounced back and got my health, up to par, it made me just get very fearless. Like, when it comes to selling tickets, going and hustling with people, hey, come to this show. I need you here. Because I feel like, man, I was knocking on death's door. Knocking on death's door. So,
did you have a different outlook with your friends and family, or what's important to you?
Yes, I did, man. A lot of people reached out, a lot of people, and I realized, like, wow, I might hold more influence than I thought I did. 'Cause I never looked at myself as an influencer. People tell me that, but I never looked at myself like that. I'm just a person who get up and go and just go for his dreams. That's it.
Yeah, big dreams.
Yeah,
you got big dreams too. So that's one thing I want to get to. I'm glad that you're doing better. First, let me say that, because I was following it, and I saw, and I was trying to follow and say, and I reached out to you after. So I'm glad you're up and well, and I want you to take care of yourself. I say that on some comeback kid. I'm gonna start calling you that. So we talk about big dreams. It's a lot of young people or parents that's probably gonna watch or listen, or guys that's still 40. That have dreams or probably hadn't done some of the things that they wanted to do.
Yeah.
What's some kind of advice, like from a life lesson that you've had to say, okay, there's no sense in waiting, or there's no sense in not believing yourself, or you can do it, but you just got to put yourself, like, what's some of the things that you can share because of your success and the way you go after your dreams?
Man, I always remember that one day you got to get in that casket. That's like that pushes me. It's like, people think they Peter Pan, they're going to live forever or something, and it's not going to work, and wait, and then they stagger, and then before you know it, you're 60 years old. Oh, I want to do this, I should have done that. You're 60, you probably got about a good 30 more years left after that, 20. You need to get at it, just get at it and, do something positive. Now we'll say this, it's okay to take a reset to become your best, because that's what I did. Took a reset to become my best, Definitely had a situation like over 5-6 months ago, I took a break off social media and everything for about 3 months, and I knew bigger things was coming. So I did take a break. So I don't want to tell everybody, hey, rush and go do something. If you're not feeling it, you know what I'm saying, take you a break and analyze what you're trying to do, because a lot of people do rush things,
And you know what else that just made me think of? You said analyze what you're trying to do, but realize your passion.
Yes.
Because sometimes we're doing stuff that we really don't have the passion to do it, or somebody else told us, oh, you'll be good at that, because you really ain't got the mental capacity to say, okay, let me zone in on what I really have a passion for and go after that. So doing all the things that you've done, not just plays and things like that. You do a lot of stuff. Yeah. So I want to go and talk about something, if you want to. What's something, I don't know if it's the health scare, but something that's been so, let's say, traumatic, or a driving force, or was supposed to be intended to negatively impact you but did not, that you've overcome?
My upbringing. A lot of people who follow me is people that know me from, when a project kid, project baby. I didn't have the best I got a great mom and dad, don't get me wrong, but we didn't have the best, and everything. Like, I grew up in the 80s, I don't know if I can say this, the crack era.
Yeah, no,
I really did. Like, I grew up around that, aunties and uncles and everybody got, everybody was strung out then. So a lot of people who see me now, they're like, wow, bro, you doing plays. Like, they don't expect a person from my upbringing and where I come from to be a playwriter and, have people, traveling to come see my shows. They don't think that, well, they shocked. That people who went to school with me, they not shocked, because I always been creative. Okay. But people in my neighborhood, my cousins and, aunties and things like that, they're shocked. But it's like, I like to prove people. Well, I don't say people. I like to basically prove myself that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Because I ain't really trying to prove nothing to nobody, because like I said, it's one casket, one you. You ain't gonna be in the casket with me.
Right.
So I ain't proving nothing to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just for me.
Right. No, I get it. So one of the things that you just said was about going after what you want, but then people not expecting you to have done the things you've done. You know what else they don't expect? You to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't expect, because of our upbringing, because I came from Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. I thought we were doing good.
But Chicago.
West Side. So I grew up in Chicago. I grew up around a lot of that stuff that was supposed to take me down or not make me do better. I grew up around seeing people on drugs. I grew up around that. But my home, that stuff wasn't going on.
Yeah.
And they wanted better for me. Now, the people that was outside, they were mad when I went away to school. They were mad when I didn't come back to Chicago. But that's something I knew that was in me. Like, okay, I know I got to get out of this environment in order to do things I want to do. Because if I go back, I'm doing what they want me to do.
Yes.
So, but they didn't expect, people don't expect you to be happy based on where you grew up.
Yeah, because
you're supposed to be doing the same thing or worse.
Because a lot of my friends are still doing the same things as they was doing.
And they got great minds. They got great potential. They got great game.
They just stuck, and when you get older, you just get stuck in your ways. Even with my work, the line of work I do, I can't, the people that's been writing plays before me in Memphis, I want to hear what the youngsters got to say most of the time. And guess what? I respect it, but it is 2024. You got to move up with time. You can't stay stuck.
That's true.
But I will say that I do have a lot of friends, that's kind of stuck with that mentality, and some of them don't want to see you happy because you didn't. In their eyes, you made it out. It's like, really, where I made it to.
Why you leave me though? Some people's like, why you leave me?
I got to go because I don't want to be over here. It's dangerous, and I got kids, so I got to go. So that's one thing. I want a better environment for my kids, a better upbringing for I had a great upbringing. I was a hard-headed child. In and out of juvenile. It is what in and out of juvenile. So if kids watching now, trust me, I've been juvenile over 6 times. Just being a young, rebellious boy. You know what I'm saying? But I got a great mom, great stepdad and father, and honestly, it was me.
That's good. That's good. It was me. So a lot of people ain't able to say that.
Yeah, great mom.
It's been hard for me to say it was me in certain situations.
That's just a woman. They don't want to just admit
whatever. It's some men too. So let me get to this. Okay, confidence versus cockiness. What do you define? Because some people will say, okay, you cocky, or are you confident?
Man, I'm confident. Very confident at that. Cockiness to me is extreme over ego. That's what I call cockiness, because it is a lot of people out there like that. I'm just very confident in my work, and this not to be cocky. I still use the word then.
Yeah, but it's not.
But I know when I put on a production, it's going to sell out.
Okay.
Because the work that I'm going to put in to make sure that it sells out, I do it every time. Like people see, Steve got a sold out show, but they don't see the behind the scenes that I do. They don't see how I'm going to different businesses, talking to people. Hey, this what goes on in Memphis. This. I would love for you to come see a great show. I do a lot of behind the scenes work, and I'm very confident in my product. That's why it takes me a minute to do a stage play, because I don't put no crap out.
So let me ask you this. You might feel a certain way. Let me ask you this, because you have a lot of confidence with your plays and this is me getting deep. Your confidence in your plays, but what if you didn't have the opportunity to do those plays? Do you have confidence with you as a man without the plays, without the production, without all the other stuff? Are you still gonna be that confident Steve?
Yeah, I'm the big red boy. Yeah. I've never had nobody, I've never felt like I need to please anybody. I just never felt that way, If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. You know, if you don't like me, something wrong with you. Like I said, when me and you first met at in the pharmacy, we kicked, man.
Right away.
I'm talking about I was at your store more than
that
I
was
at
my
other
right
stores.
hand. This was my right hand. Like I was like, I called him. He'll be at his other job. I say, please, I need some help. I'm on my way.
On the way.
And we'll be knocking that stuff out.
And it was the environment, you know what I'm saying, and you know, just the fellowshipping with us at the job that made me say, I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
On the way, but you
just
know,
like today, I'm on the way.
Man, look, you sent me the message, and boom, you know, I had a busy weekend. I'm like, oh no, I'm finna do Rhonda thing, because I mean, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm proud of you too.
When I seen this, I was like, wow, this is dope.
I'm proud of you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen. So now we're going back. Now I'm gonna get a little deeper.
Okay, come on.
I need
deep.
you
Get on
to
deep.
go back and think of a time or something, because it's not just something that these recent years, like with you being 30 or turning 40. It's sometimes some things from my childhood or some things from my teenage life or love, or kind of shapes and molds who we become. When you're writing, or when you're thinking, or when you're overthinking, or when you're trying to think things through, do you ever think back to a time that from then that shaped you and molded who you really are?
Say it one more time. Let me say it one more time.
Shaping you. What shaped you? Probably not from being grown, but like childhood or teenage,
childhood
or love. Like it's been a defining moment that's stayed with you your whole entire life, your whole entire being.
I'm gonna say that the stereotype of young black men always getting in trouble and things like that, or killing it. You know, the thing that's going on now in the city. I've never wanted to be that person. Like I said, when I was young, it was stupid stuff. I was going to juvenile for 14, 15 years old. But when I got older, I was like, man, I just want to make a difference, and it's been positivity ever since then.
I like it.
Yeah, it's been positive ever since then.
No, I like it. I like it. And then we all got a story. You showing us that we all have a story. So, man, we can go on and on. I keep asking. I mean, I'm asking everybody because I keep having great conversations with people. But tell us about some of your upcoming work. Tell us about some of the things that you're gonna have going on in Memphis. Also, we talk about how they can reach you or follow you and things like that, and how we can support.
Okay. The next thing I'm doing is February the 8th. It's called the Big Memphis Comedy Jam.
That's sold out.
No, it ain't sold out yet, but it's gonna sell out.
Okay.
God knows it.
It will.
But I did it in April. It sold out, and I'm doing it again in February of next year. Highlighting some of Memphis special, great, funny comedians that's in the city, because a lot of people don't know that we have some funny people in the city.
Okay.
And that's February the 8th. I've also got a great partnership with Hattie Lou Theater, which is the only black theater in Memphis, Tennessee. I got a partnership with them, and we're doing more things for the community and for the creatives in Memphis. This past Saturday, we did a mixer. Me and two other guys, Princeton and Chad Rhodes. All three of us are playwriters. We came together as one. We did a mixer to bring all the creatives together, and so we can just hear the concerns and mix and mingle with one another. We are doing another one of those too. I think that's going to be in February as well. And the last thing I got going is that I am doing a film. Okay. Well, a miniseries. Yeah. It's called Finding Treasure. It's going to be filmed by Ernest Fields on the Millionaire Grind. We're going to start on that beginning of next year. So
I'm excited for that.
Jumping into that,
Well, we need to get our kids going to be in that film, or just adults?
It's just I'm still currently writing. Okay. So I got like 3 episodes written.
You see me trying to say, get Nadia.
No, I got Nadia. Yeah. I see her playing sports and everything. She's everywhere.
Yeah, she's doing. She got big dreams too.
Yes,
so how can we get in touch with you and follow some of the things that you're doing?
You can follow me on Instagram, Steve Brown Productions, Facebook, Steve Brown Productions, or my regular page. You can find me just Steve Brown on there. I'm on all 3 platforms.
I'm excited. I'm glad that you came. Is there any last words that you want to leave somebody with? If it was something that they looking up to you, you're a role model to some people. What can we say and share from Steve?
I just want to say, man, don't give up. Just keep at it. You know, like I said earlier, we all got to clock out one day, you know. So start now. You know, don't wait till you're 50 and 60, your bones brittle and everything, and you want to start doing something. Start now while you still got some youth in you, because I'm 40 and my body hurting now. Okay?
My bones not brittle, though. I'm older than you. We're not claiming my bones are brittle, but keep going. What else?
But I just want people, man, to not give up, because that's what happens with a lot of creatives in my field. They give up too quick. You have to run the course and keep at it, keep doing auditions. Keep getting out, mixing and mingling with people, because you never know who you run to. Last night I was at Murder Mystery, Sunday night, and I was sitting right next to Elise Neal.
Really?
You know, it's just, you know, amazing spaces in Memphis where I'm able to connect and meet different people.
I like it.
You know, but you just never know. Just don't give up.
You never know. Never give up. You show up and you show out.
There you go. Show up and you show out.
Thank you, Steve, for being here. Thank you, listeners, for listening to us, and hope you found something that's beneficial to you. You can follow Trim the Fat at Instagram at trim_the_fat. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will be a link to our video. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Hello, Trim the Fat community. It's Rhonda, and I want to share with you a fitness secret. It's been a great addition to my life. Shred 415 in downtown Memphis. If you're ready to kick fear and anxiety to the curb while sculpting your best self, Shred 415 is the place to be. Picture this: 4 15-minute intervals of heart-pounding cardio and muscle-burning strength training. It's not just a workout, it's an empowering experience. I've been there, I've felt the burn, and I've loved every minute. Head over to shred415.com. That's shred, SHRED 415.com to learn more, and then pick a class. Shred 415, shaping lives one interval at a time.